What's going on, guys? It's TMD13 back again, and this is my first video of the World Cup. Now, first off, I know I said I was probably going to do Russia, Saudi Arabia, but I just wanted to enjoy the game. Tonight is England's first game against Tunisia, and I will be frightfully honest, the standard of refereeing in this game was absolutely atrocious. England should have had two clear penalties. Both times Harry Kane's been wrestled to the ground in a penalty. Even with VAR, the ref said no penalty. Tunisia, I can't argue with their penalty. I've got to be honest. Walker is a good player, but he should know better than that. Like, you should know you never turn your back to... I mean, I'm not a defender, I play in goal or up front, but you should never turn your back like that. And he was careless with his arm. Yes, the guy's run into him, but the ref's going to give a penalty. But one thing that will be argued, and I agree with his arguments, is consistency. He gives a penalty for that, but yet it comes up to us and we don't get a penalty. Yeah, thankfully Harry Kane pops up in the 91st minute, and to be fair, it's piss poor marking. He lost his marker, but two guys on the line played him on. Before I go on, I do want to say speedy recovery to the first Tunisia keeper. I don't know his name, but their first Tunisia keeper went off with what looks like a shoulder injury, so I wish him all the best. I've got no beef with him. But yeah, Tunisia's game plan was clearly to come and kick our players up in the air, to do whatever they could to get away with. And the ref let them get away with an awful lot. You know, there was a lot of dirty little challenges going in. They were going down easy. I mean, one criticism I have of our team is we had so many chances that we should have buried. But obviously 1-1 our heads, we kept going, which I think has been a thing. I mean, if you look at previous World Cups, we've gone behind and our heads have gone. This year we fought hard. And you could see how much it meant to everybody when it scored. And I think this is, for the first time in a long, long time, we've actually got players who want to play for the shirt. I mean, I dislike Jesse Lingard for an immense passion, but he ran his socks off out there tonight. Everyone did. You know, I mean, look at the players who we've got. You know, Pickford. A lot of them, this is their first tournament. Harry Maguire at the back, I'm glad he started. Yes, he looks shaky at times, but he's never played at a World Cup. He was at Hull City 2 years ago, and he's now representing England. It's fantastic. But obviously with Belgium winning 3-0 against, I can't remember, Panama, they put up a good fight against Belgium. I'm not going to lie, they played very well, but Belgium were just too good. But back onto the England game, the ref, I'm sorry, but you have the technology, you have VAR, and the ruling, as I understand it, is if there is a clear mistake from the referee. There wasn't just one, there was two. Both times Harry Kane's been taken down in the penalty area. How it wasn't, we didn't get at least, I would have taken just one of them, but for two, and some of the decisions he gave, like, he just didn't seem to have a grip on the game, and it was just sort of, he wanted to be centre of attention. I see it so much in the football vlogs on this channel. You see it, that the ref has to be the centre of attention. He has to do this, he has to do that. And Tunisia were happy to play for that. And I mean, I'm glad England played their way. They played their football. You know, they played their game. They didn't, for anyone wondering, I'm listening to World Cup songs. But, you know, they played their game. They didn't stoop to their level. I'll be honest, a couple of times. I mean, I was going ballistic. Anyone knows, the reason I didn't film my reaction is I've tried it before and it's a very tough thing to do when I'm actually out of the game. But I might try it for the next England game. But I was generally going mad. Like, when the penalty went, I knew instantly the ref was going to give it. The second he went down like he did, I was like, that's a penalty. But when Kane scored, I went mental. Like, I was running around my front room, I was punching the air, I was so happy. I'm not saying, don't take this as I think England are going to win the World Cup, but we, on paper and in the game, we were better than Tunisia. We should have played them off the park, but due to controversial decisions, we'll say, you know, we were 1-1 going into the 90th minute, and I think a draw would have done us a lot of damage, because it would have, some players would have lost their heads slightly. But as for who I thought played well, I thought Harry Maguire made a couple of mistakes, looked a little bit ropey, but he did okay. John Stones had a very good performance. Jordan Pickford, nothing he could do about the penalty. He got fingertips to it, just couldn't tip it away. But, I mean, I've filmed this literally, the game's finished and I've come straight upstairs to record. And I'll be honest, I put out a thing on Facebook saying deserved or much needed victory, thoroughly deserved against Tunisia, who frankly have not done themselves any favours, I don't think. I think what they've shown is that they're willing to cheat to win. And obviously it's come back to bite them in the arse, thankfully, but I think one player who needs to improve slightly potentially is Raheem Sterling, but I don't know if that's down to the press thing with him. Obviously, for anyone who doesn't know, he's had a tattoo of a gun on his leg in memorial of his father, who was shot dead. And the media, not mentioning any names, cough cough, the Sun cough, which is a paper I will never read, being a Liverpool fan, or a football fan in general even. Yeah, they were just out for him, and he didn't seem to play how he can tonight. He wasn't playing like he was at City. I mean, I was saying at one point, bring him off, bring on Vardy. But Rashford came on and he caused a nuisance. He got flattened and honestly looked like he wanted to punch someone. But as for my prediction for the next game, which I believe is against Panama, I'm going to go for a 3-0 England victory. Harry Kane to get another double and Marcus Rashford to come off the bench and stick one top corner. But honestly, that win was needed today. I think if we hadn't have won that, we would have been in trouble. Heads would have started to go. The ref, I mean, I said to someone, it actually makes me ashamed to be a ref, some of the decisions he made. He clearly wanted it all to be about him. And that's not how you should referee a game like that. He almost seemed to have a vendetta against England. Not saying he did, but it seemed the decisions he was giving and not giving with the 2 penalties, surely, and I know a lot of, if anyone foreign watches this, they're going to think, oh, well, you know, it's just bitter. England won. I have no reason to be pissed off. You know, we've beaten Tunisia. We've got to go beat Panama now, and then we've got to try and get a result against Belgium. We all know, like, you know, we've got the best possible start. But what annoys me is, being qualified myself, I'm a qualified referee. And for me, that just tonight showed that he had to be centre of attention. Lino's not. I don't like the ruling with the linesmen where they have to. They're not allowed to sort of, or they're not supposed to flag for quote unquote controversial, so close offside calls. That's meant to be done via VAR, and they're leaving their calls so late. When I qualified, you were told if a player, and obviously they changed the ruling, and we were all sent an email and whatever. If the player interferes with play, so he makes a movement towards the ball, he is offside. You flag that straight away. The linos are waiting until he's taken 2 touches and passed it, and then going, oh, he was offside. I don't agree with that personally. I think it's poor refereeing, and poor in general from FIFA. And I'll be honest, there are probably conference referees, and anyone who watches the conference knows how bad the standard of the referees are there. The conference refs could probably do a better job than some of the muppets we have in charge, but the main point is England got the win. We go into Panama, we go again, hopefully get another 3 points on the board. As I've said, I've made my prediction. I'm going to go 3-0, Kane double and Marcus Rashford to come off the bench. I'd like to see Vardy get a start next game, maybe try 2 up top, see what happens, but it's one of these things. But yeah guys, thanks for watching. Obviously this is just me bitching about the whole state of affairs really with that, but we got the win, that's the main thing. 2 good goals from Harry Kane. You know, 2 solid. John Stones as well. I mean, for the first goal, it was a tap-in for Kane, but he still had to sort of finish it, and he did well. But John Stones for the first goal, I've never seen him want the ball, so he's thrown himself forward with all the thing. It was a good save from the keeper, who obviously went off injured. It's a good save with his bad arm. Did well, but it felt like Kane who just smacked it home. And then for his second, the header was just, he dropped his markers. I think it was Trippier played it on, or so one of the defenders knocked it onto him, and he had an open goal to head it into. Almost, keeper didn't move. So yeah, but anyway guys, I'm going to leave this video here. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. I'll definitely be doing England's next game. I might even try and film highlights during the game, of not obviously of the game because I can't because copyright's a thing, but of myself, so it'd be like a proper old fashioned football vlog. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.